Hello and welcome. There has been a quite a interesting discussion going on around the narrative that should Khalid Jamil become the under 23 India football team coach. In fact, a news item was published in the Times of India, basis which excuse me, this narrative started. The news item has been written by one of the best journalists on football in the country, and which is why people took it quite seriously, and the narrative started around the country. A lot of people have asked me about my opinion and what is going on. And first, let me be clear. I do think Khalid Jamil has absolute potential to be part of the India under 23 coaching setup and is an excellent person for the job. If you see his ISL record, if you see the way he has conducted himself as coach and the success he has had at the ISL or the Super Cup level, I don't think Khalid Jamil is a bad candidate for the job at all. So in the metal sense, in the potential sense, I do think there is metal in this whole narrative. Having said that, let me put the news item in crystal clear terms. Number one, based on what has been reported, it is kind of appearing that Khalid Jamil, was approached very shortly or a few days back or a couple of days back or whatever it is. I don't think that is the case. Khalid Jamil was never formally approached, and that is what I have been told by sources close to developments, that Khalid Jamil was never formally approached by the All India Football Federation. Rather, what had happened was some time back, a fair while back, an informal approach was kind of feeler was sent to Khalid Jamil asking whether or not Khalid Jamil would be interested if such an opportunity ever arose. So these kind of feelers we all know. I mean, it happens all the time that will you be kind of interested if such an opportunity ever arises? And the most important part of this is the moment this was done, the moment he was asked whether or not, and in an informal feeler, not in a formal proposition, whether or not he would be interested in being part of the Indian under 23 coaching setup, his answer was no. Yes, let me also clarify that Khalid Jamil's immediate answer was in the negative. Khalid Jamil wasn't interested, was not keen, was not at all gung ho about the prospect of coaching India under 23 at that point in time. He wanted to continue his career as ISL coach, build more points there and build more credibility there, and only after that maybe he would consider it. But when the informal feeler was sent out to Khalid Jamil as to whether or not he was keen on taking up the India job, it was not a formal offer. It was not just yesterday or day before or anything like that. It was a fair while back. Khalid Jamil instantly said no to the offer and no to the proposition, even if it was a feeler. So let me put things in context and be very clear about it, that despite the narrative around Khalid Jamil, I don't think it's happening. If something new emerges in the horizon, and if AIFF makes a special another offer, a formal proposition going forward, that's a different matter. If AIFF once again requests him or wants him on board and he decides to reconsider, that's a different matter. Do I see sitting today, Khalid Jamil as coach of the Indian team to Nagoya? The answer is a flat no, because Khalid Jamil wasn't interested in the feeler, wasn't interested in the option when it was put in front of him. So that's the update. No Khalid Jamil as India under 23 coach sitting today, and that is the breaking news that one can give you. Whether or not it changes, we will have to wait and see. And if it does, then I will bring you the latest update as well. Thank you very much for watching Revsportz for all the football news. Keep following us for all the transfer news. Keep following us. We will bring you every possible update. Thank you very much for watching.